Boom! What's going on, everyone? Happy Tuesday night. Appreciate everybody stopping in tonight. Wishing Hunter the best, keeping his spot alive on Tuesday. Salutes to everybody coming through tonight. Sorry for the kind of last second drop. Little late night getting out of work, but we're here. And yeah, let's get right into it. Salutes, everyone. We got G in the house. Salutes the young buck. Good to see you, man. EW, what's going on? And of course, the one and only Mo in the building. Salutes. We'll give everyone a few moments just to see, but I hope everyone's off to a good week so far. Ho, what's going on, man? Appreciate everybody coming through. Like I said, we're gonna I'm gonna do my best to keep Hunter's spot alive and well on Tuesday nights until he gets back. So if anybody has any unboxings or anything that they'd like to share tonight, by all means, feel free. I'll go ahead and drop the link in the chat here. So there we go. So if anybody has any unboxings or anything they'd like to share, by all means, feel free to click the link. Sneakers or collectibles, as we normally do. I've got a few pairs here that came in this week, and I will be happy to share as we get going here. So what's good, everyone? Hopefully, like I said, hopefully your week's been going good. Those of you in the sneaker community, I'm sure most of you have kind of seen what's been going on with UN and 2Js and Sneaker Surgeon. If you didn't have a chance, please watch my video from the other night. Had a good friend of mine who's actually also a good friend of Jay's, who was actually working for him out there during all of that. So I got the opportunity to kind of bring him up here and 45 minutes of just talking about that and what was going on, kind of a different view from the inside and seeing all the changes and stuff as they were happening and stuff like that. So it was really, really interesting to hear, and really kind of a shitty situation for Jay to be going through. So those of us that know him, definitely in his corner, trying to be as supportive as we can as he kind of deals with all this stuff, and hopefully he's able to get all the consigners and everything taken care of and get that whole thing straightened out. So definitely rooting for him to bounce back, which I'm sure he will. There's our sponsor, Money Fresh. Salutes. Appreciate you, man. Hope you're doing all right. Hope you're feeling good. On a beautiful Tuesday night. All right. Well, what we'll do, give me just a second. Like I said, I grabbed a couple of pairs for myself, showed up this week. So give me a second. I'll go grab a couple of those and share them. And like I said, we'll try and keep the airwaves going here for a little bit on Tuesday. Like I said, trying to keep Hunter's spot alive and well for him till he gets back. Give me just a few minutes. I'll grab a couple of things that showed up and yeah, share what arrived this week. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. My fresh salutes. What did he say? He said, let's see. He said, do you think that Hunter would do a birthday stream? Would do my birthday stream next week? I don't see why he wouldn't if he's up and about. So he told me he was going to do one. Well, yeah. Like I said, I would hope he'll be back up and about, and hopefully next week, he'll be back up here taking over his throne on Tuesday nights. But for the time being, like I said, I'll happy to fill in for him, and yeah, we'll definitely do that. Sneaker News Australia salutes. How are you? Hope you're having a good Wednesday as you're ahead of us. So hopefully Wednesday morning or early afternoon is going good for you, my friend. Good to see you. So, as we normally do on Tuesday, it's all about some pickups and things like that. So I'm going to show you a few pairs that arrived this week. Kind of a crazy day yesterday. A bunch of stuff showed up. So I'm going to get right into it. Make sure I got everything here. So I got four, technically 8 pairs of SB showed up yesterday. 2 pairs of So I got a couple more pairs of these. Got 2 more pairs of the blues and 2 more pairs of the greens that arrived yesterday. So yeah, so these always great shoes. So yeah, so we got 4 pairs of those in yesterday. 2 green, 2 blue. But Dylan salutes, man. What's going on? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. But now for a few other pairs that I got on top of those. So we'll start here. And nothing like a nice little holiday Christmas shoe to put you in a fun, nice mood. We got some the Concepts Ugly Christmas Sweater. Great shoe. Fun shoe. They made a few different versions of this. But yeah, great shoe. So this is one of them that showed up for me yesterday. Another one that I missed out on when I first dropped, and then they just kept going up and up and up in my size. But luckily, I was able to get a pair, and I wasn't sure if I was going to keep them. But now that I have them in hand, I will probably be keeping them. But that is going to be the Born and Raised. Just so many amazing details on this one. So very cool shoe. And so yeah, I'm very, very excited to have this. Like I said, missed out on the original drop and could not ever secure a pair, but like I said, was able to get a pair. So here they are. And like I said, these will be joining the collection. Then my last 2, we've got another pair of the Diamonds. So I was able to pick up a second pair. I was going to keep them, listed them for sale just in case, but another classic pair to have. Very cool. This one's showing its age a little bit, but that's all right. They're shoes. So the Diamond Supply Tiffany Low. And then last but not least, a pair that you really don't see many, especially size 13 and still dead stock. These are from 2006. These are the mama bears, they call them. So yeah, so very cool to have this one. Like I said, still DS size 13. You know, nice little gem to have. But like I said, I don't believe I'm going to hang on to them. Probably going to let these go or use them to trade for something else. But I had the opportunity to get them, so I took them again, size 13. So very cool. Yeah, and then I did hit on the grapes, so I'm pretty excited. Grapes should be arriving soon, so that'd be pretty cool. 'Cause like I said, that was a shoe that it seems like a lot of people did not go after because I'm told that they're sitting. But if you're into the OG stuff and the OG colorways, then that shoe is a must-have regardless of the value. It's just a great shoe. So a lot of history, and it deserves to be in the collection. So much soul salutes. Area Ghost Rider is going to come through in 10 minutes. Okay, no problem. All good. Yeah, like I said, I didn't. I got home a little late. Didn't really have time to put a whole lot together, so I was just like, but you know what? I'm gonna go on anyway, and keep the Tuesday night spot alive for Hunter while he's down for a little bit. So, like I said, if anybody else, I threw the link in the chat. If anybody would like to come up and share some of their recent pickups this week, whether it's collectibles, hats, popcorn buckets, whatever it is, sneakers, by all means, feel free. Like I said, appreciate everybody coming through. And if you get a chance to, feel free to watch that interview from the other night with Duffel Bag Dan and myself talking about everything that's going on with 2Js and Shoe Surgeon and UN. But very, very interesting. Very, very frustrating to see, and hopefully, like I said, everything gets squared away as it should. And again, if anyone's a size 13, by all means, hit me up because those Tiffany's, if anybody needs Tiffany's, I got you. And I got some mama bears for sale. So let me know. Who else misses the Hunter? We all do, buddy. We all do. You know? So it's kind of why we're doing this. So I'm sure he's watching, and yeah, like I said, hope everything's well. And he'll be back soon. Salutes, Fat Boy. What's good, man? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Hey, man, great job again for judging those battles the other night, man. That was a marathon, man. Congratulations surviving all three, man. That's crazy. Also, shout out Fat Boy, member for 2 months. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Shout out to the gang, Queens, get that money. Salutes. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We gotta support each other in this, Too much drama and bullshit going on. People have to get along, especially over sneakers and dumb shit, man. Just everyone just chill, relax, enjoy your collections, enjoy each other's company. You don't like each other, don't watch each other. Don't go on other people's streams. Don't, you know? So, yeah, man, I appreciate you for sure, brother. I appreciate you. And as we wait, like I said, I believe Ghost Rider is going to join us. I believe he had a couple things. He messaged me earlier. He might come up here and share a couple things. But again, if anyone has anything they'd like to share tonight, by all means, feel free to click the link, swing on through. How's Hunter doing? Believe he's doing well, man. Respectfully, I haven't heard a whole lot, so it's going to give him his space. And like I said, hopefully he comes back soon. So for that time being, I'm helping him retain Tuesday nights and doing what I can to fill in that void on Tuesdays for a few hours till he gets back. But hopefully, yeah, man, he comes back and full effect when he's done. Frankie, salutes. Appreciate you, brother. Yo ho, boys. So, man, wish I had more to share. I didn't get a whole lot, like I said. But I will say these are this was a good pickup, man. I'm happy to finally have these. This was good. These were good. Mama Bears are good too, but I just can't. This colors are cool. I just can't see myself. Can't see myself wearing it, but I really like them. Really like them. But yeah, I think they have so much drama going on with a lot of YouTubers. Well, hey, listen. There's you know, a lot of people in this world, man. So not everyone's gonna get along. So it's all right. It's all right. Not every YouTuber is gonna get along. Not everybody's gonna get along. It's okay. So. Here, what are your thoughts on the 2J situation? Well, like I said, I think you were on there the other night when I had Dan on, and you know, he and I are friends, and like it just so happened that I met him, and I didn't even know how he was like best friends or like family to 2J's. You know, and I've met 2J several times. I think he's been a stand-up guy to me. I bought things from him. I dealt with him before. I met with him several times when he comes to the Tampa area and Orlando. And yeah, man, exactly what you see in those videos as far as like a humble guy that answers all questions and answers every kid's question that comes up and stuff like that. That's exactly what you get when you're around him. You know, so what shit that he's going through, you know, it sucks. You know, I'm sure there's a little bit of truth being skewed on both sides for sure. But again, you know, he's got receipts of all this, like Dan said, and he's slowly putting that stuff out because he's kept quiet for quite some time. So for him to be this worked up and putting it all out there, they have definitely pushed him beyond his normal scope of acceptance, you know. Oh, I have some sneaker royalty from the other side of the world.
Oh, let me fix this up.
What is going on? Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Happy Tuesday evening to you guys.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Real quick, Big Money Sonny salutes, brother. Good to see you, man. Hope everything's been well. It's been a little while.
It's been a week or two, but yeah, no, everything's been good, man. Just living in the life of SB world, I suppose.
Anything new for you in the past week or two?
Yeah, we got the all blue satin NBA SB collab. The Nike
nice.
SB NBA collab there. And then we also, it must have been a blue week because I got the 2013 Midas Blue Brazil.
Oh, sick.
So, yeah, all leather with the nubuck, I suppose it is, around the back.
So much soul. You still in the chat? Man. He actually just had on some Nike Bayou Brazils that he made today. Some dunks.
Oh, beautiful.
Pretty cool.
But I've been getting a fair bit of apparel this week, actually. So I've got a couple of SB hoodies. We got the staple SB hoodie.
Oh God, no way!
And then finally was able to find one in my size, which is SM small marquee because I'm a big boy. The SB Dunk jacket.
No, sick.
So, it's good when you can look inside the jacket and you're like, I've got 90% of those SBs.
Oh, that's crazy. Where did you find that?
eBay, man, eBay. So the bloke wanted 400 AU for it because it's in a 2X, which is a very rare size.
Mm-hmm.
And I offered him 300 and I had a $50 coupon, so it only cost me 250.
Okay, all right. That's under market for that, man. Congrats.
Yeah, for sure. It was a good win.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just saw your little SB haul that you've received this week, man. Like, nice pickups.
So that was part of my so I traded away my Supreme set.
Yep.
So that was part of it. Those, you got the Born and Raised, the Mama Bears, the Tiffs, Ugly Christmas Sweater, Grapes, White Cements, and then 4 pair of SB4s and cash. So
that's a win, man. That's a win.
And again, the good thing for me is I went to a friend of mine who's also a size 13. So it felt good to see him super stoked to have them and be able to. He's been bothering me for the red pair for like 3 years.
Yep.
So to be able to hook him up with all 3 was awesome.
Really cool. Nice, man. It's nice. Those ugly sweaters, man, like they cop so much shit, but there's something about Christmas time and bringing out a sneaker that just ties everything in, and it works so well. Right. It's like the Two Duncan, like that's because obviously we don't celebrate Thanksgiving over here, but they come out at Christmas time with me, the Two Duncans, and they're just the pair that I wouldn't wear any other day of the week, but Christmas time, yeah, they come out.
It's awesome. Fat Boy says, "I'll show you salutes."
Fat Boy.
Oh man. So anything on your radar that's coming up?
Those plaid SB lows.
Yeah.
And they're nice. They're nice. They brought out the plaid the plaid Jordan 5. What was it, a couple of years back? I think it was, or it might have been early this year. I don't know. We get that many bloody sneakers now. They just all the years roll into one. But yeah, they sort of. I didn't like them, and I'm not a Jordan fan anymore. But if I get the those SB low plaids, I'm gonna have to get the 5s just to sit with them. That's cool.
Yeah, that was those look really cool. There's a couple of things coming out. I'm still on my OG Jordan kick, so I really can't wait for the Black Tongue 5s to come out.
Yeah.
That's one.
How did you go with the grapes? Easy pickup for you guys over there?
Yeah. So he's coming up here in a little bit, but Ghost Rider actually grabbed a pair for me because he hit on like 3 different apps. But I had a lot of friends too that took pictures, like they're sitting in the malls in certain sizes and stuff like that. So
we're sitting everywhere over here, and people have been going nuts for them. So it just shows how many numbers they actually released.
Yep. Keegan salutes. Appreciate you, bro.
And I was having a flick through our Foot Locker app last night, and Jordan 4 white cements are still sitting.
Yes.
It's a crazy time to be a sneaker collector.
It really is. It really is, because you have the opportunity to go back and grab things you missed, and the market is better than it was for a lot of things. And then,
well, even as an
things,
SB,
if you miss them, you can still get them. Like you can still,
for sure. Even as an SB collector, it's nice just to go into like a skate shop or any retail store that sells SBs, and it doesn't matter if you've already got them, but still see an SB sitting on the wall.
Right. Big Money Sciences Black Tongue 5s or a Super Muscle Cop. Absolutely. Finally doing it with the Nike Air on the back. I mean, just they took too long to bring us that one back.
Facts.
So, but yeah, they I was trying for those Kobe's today, but I did not hit. But then everyone I saw that did hit, they were selling them for like, basically what they paid plus the label. Like they were only like $20 over. So
so one of the sites over here, Supply Store, it's called, they've got a full-size run still sitting. They're not moving at all. It's crazy, man. Hype in different countries work in different ways.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why who was I think Ghost Rider is going to come up here in a little bit, but he tried to hit on something, and now the sites where he got them from won't ship internationally, so like the prices have skyrocketed because people now in the States can't get this overseas release. That it's just funny how that stuff works like that. Yeah,
facts, man. Facts. I did pick up another pair. It should be here tomorrow, I reckon. And I can't believe I didn't have it in my collection. It's the Nike SB from 06, might be 08, Golden Box era. It's the Golden Rail SB.
Oh my God. I'm watching a pair. I've got a pair of my watches on eBay.
I don't know why I didn't have this in my collection, because it's for Melbourne. It's for Melbourne, Australia. And it was an Australian release exclusive. It was one of those pairs that just flew under my radar, and I got messaged me and said, "Hey, do you have this? Do you want it?" And I'm like, I actually didn't know what it was when I first looked at it. I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" And I looked it up. And I'm like, holy shit! Why did I not have that pair?
Yeah, it's that's the funny thing. Our buddy Joe Dizzle. He we were talking the other night, and he was sharing some pairs, and I'm just like, what are those? Like, how are you and like some of them are older releases, but some are only a few years old, but there's so much stuff that goes under the radar that you forget about.
And that's what I said at the start. There's been, you look at the start of 2020 to now, it's only been 5 years. I couldn't name half the releases that have come out because they're just completely forgotten about. There's been that much that's come out, like from all brands, not just from Nike or Jordan, but from all brands. There's been that much that's come out, and it's been really good because it's given people an opportunity to look at other brands as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens on Saturday nights when like Q comes up or Mike Onassis, so these guys that they're much more diverse than myself, where they're showing Asics and New Balance and all. Like, I'm just in awe because half the stuff I've never seen before. Right. So to learn that some are GRs, some are overseas releases. So, I mean, it's so cool just to see the diversity that's out there and how people are really, really starting to expand outside of the norm of Nike and Jordan.
Yeah. I've got a good mate of mine who I'm pretty sure you follow on Insta, Kicks and Craze.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Massive Asics and Saucony collection. But he was the same before he got into all that. He was all Jordan and like LeBron and stuff like that. And then he stepped foot in just outside of his realm a little bit into the comfort side and just realized that the materials were 10 times, 50, 100 times better than anything that JB were putting out at that time. So he went for quality over, hype or quantity and stuff like that. But some of the stuff that he was getting or is getting is extremely limited.
Mm-hmm. That's what when Q comes up and he shows some of his stuff, and he'll be talking about it, and then he'll tell you it's a collab, tell you it was only overseas, and how there's like only a handful of size 13s because he and I are the same size.
Yeah.
And like it's just crazy. Like they sell out instantly, and I'm just like, God, that's crazy.
Well, kicks and crazy is a size 13 as well, and it's I don't know how he's able to get some of the stuff he gets, but he's lucky. He's either lucky or he's broke, one of the two.
Let me see. I'm gonna see if a couple other guys are around. And there's the link again in the chat. Like I said, if anybody has anything they'd like to show. Jordan 8 Aqua's looking super dusty. Salutes. Salutes to those that want them. Yeah, they shared some pictures today, and they were definitely saying that the older pair is the pair that most people would rather have. For sure. Mike Swift, salute. What's going on, people? Good to see you, man. Just trying to keep Tuesday night spot a little open while we hang out, wait for Hunter's return.
I just grabbed a couple of pairs that are not in my what I'd normally show. And they're just some pairs that I really like throwing on feet from time to time. They're not in my normal hype collection. But we got the SB Dunk camcorder.
Oh, nice.
Really love this, and it's a perfect throwback to the VX 1000. Back in the 90s, we all saw or used that said camcorder. So the concept's heavy. MX1. Another dope pair.
Man. Yeah, so many people have those. It's such a great pair. I wish I should have never.
Yeah,
waited
this
on
was
those.
used this for had this on foot for my 40th. So another pair that you don't see very often from 2013 is the SB Dunk Brickhouse. And another pair that I actually made by Nike by You, which we can't get over here in Australia anymore, or Nike ID, whatever they call it over there. They've now shut it down in Australia, but this is one of the last ones I did. This was a Air Max 1, my personal Tiffany.
Oh, wow.
So it's got super soft leather on the toe box and nubuck all the way around everywhere else.
Nice. That's a good looking shoe.
Yeah, just something different. I wanted my own take on the Tiffany.
Oh, it's really cool. That's what it's neat too to see, like, when I see Rami, yourself, Joe Dizzle, some that you assume are majority all SBs or whatever it is, and then like you're pulling out Jordans, you're pulling out Air Max. Like, it's just really cool again to see that diversity, you know.
Obviously, I don't have many Jordans left to pull out. They sort of, as I sold off 130 plus pairs in one transaction, which was, it was sad, but it was good at the same time. But I've still got, a few little gems hidden around. Like these don't get much love, but I enjoy them. They're the 2013, I think it was, the 2013 breeds. So they were a lower cut with a size tag behind the tongue.
Yeah.
Just beautiful leather on them, like just really nice soft leather. They don't get much love, like they're in between that high and mid range.
Right.
But yeah, no, I really like them. They're the ones, one of the OG pairs that I've sort of got left. And then there's this poor old battle wounded.
Oh man.
Yeah. But oh well, what do you do?
That hurts my heart.
got plenty of wear out of it though, man. Got plenty of wear out of it. I'm just looking. I've got a table here where me DJ decks are set up, and I've got so many sneakers under there. Still Jordans. Like we're looking at the those ones.
Blue Chill.
My daughter's eyed them off. She wants them. And look, you better grow bigger feet. Another pair that doesn't get much love, and it's some of the nicest leather ever. Marvin the Martians.
Marvin the Martian 7, yes.
Don't get any love, but geez, that's so soft. What else we got under here? Oh, it's like looking back into a vault under here. Green Glow 4s.
Green Glow. Mr. Old School salutes. Sport Blues.
Sport Blues.
Yes, tonight we are cleaning out Sneaker News Australia's closet as he is a secret Jordan collector, apparently, as you guys.
Oh, here we go. Here's a couple of gems. Bloody hell. Look at these. I think I've worn these through mud.
Oh, see? Look at that.
Can't go past the Space Jams.
Oh, my goodness.
These are all just sitting under a table.
See?
There you go.
Those are real sneakerhead problems right there. Off-white Vapor Max, Off-white Air Max 90s, and some Space Jams just making the table even level underneath.
I can't wear those Vapor Maxes, man. Like, they are so bad on the feet.
Yeah. I've tried to wear a couple pairs. It's not comfortable for me either.
Nah, not at all.
Mike Swift said he peeped that black pigeon over your shoulder there.
We'll go for a walk, shall we? We'll do a little collection shot. Why don't we? Can we turn the camera around or not?
Say if you guys haven't seen what's over in Australia in these cases, by all means, now is a beautiful time.
I don't think I can turn the camera around, but we'll do a little collection tour. Why not? Let's just hijack areas live right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll start up top. This is just what I've got in the display boxes. There's shit everywhere. SBs everywhere. All up there. They're all still box fulls. Like, yeah, we've got plenty, but not enough storage space. So we'll start off. We've got the resins. We'll go TIFF highs. I don't know why this doesn't get the appreciation it deserves, man. Like, obviously they're not going to be TIFF low standard, But
That's okay. I know so many people that like highs more than lows anyway. So like,
that high is beautiful.
it is an issue.
And then we go Ferris Bueller's. Then we'll go down the levels. So all lows now. I might just preload the doors. Purple Lobster.
Oof.
When I did that sneaker battle against Romy, and one of the questions was,
Mr. Old School said, "Who needs a garage anyway?"
yeah, I know, right? Cars go outside. One of the questions was, what's a shoe that reminds you of Saturday morning cartoons? And I don't know why I didn't pull this one out. It was 100%. Looking back now, yep. The SB Dunk HR Puff and Stuff.
Oh yes.
Yeah. That was my Saturday morning. Then we've got the Hunters, Reese Forbes Hunters. Then we'll go down to my favourite level, level 3. And back where SB Dunk, as we know it, started with the Bison.
Mm.
Then we'll go to one of my crown jewels, the Heinekens. And then another one of my all-time favourites, the Jedi.
Wow.
Because the Force is strong. Then we go down the next level. And we've got the Premier Skate Shop. What were these called? The
Northern Lights.
Northern Lights. I keep going to think Solar Reds. Yeah, the Northern Lights.
Beautiful shoe.
The area or ray gun tie-dyes.
Ghost Rider, salutes.
Salutes.
Ghost Rider.
How y'all doing?
We're good. We're just going through an Australian garage here full of SBs.
I saw the ray gun finally back in my collection. That one, yeah, that one too.
Very, very much of a fan of that one. Then we'll go to what nearly sent me broke, buying these 3. So, first one was for retail of Sneakers App, which I don't win off Sneakers App. And the next 2 are a resale, unfortunately.
But that's okay. You divided up across the 3. You still made out okay. You see? There you go.
Nice.
This is my 3rd pair of De La Souls. My 2nd pair is here. And as you can see, we've got a lot of separation happening right there. And on this side.
Oh, yeah.
The joys, but we get that. And then, yeah, we're going to the Black Pigeons, which go with the hoodie that I just brought. And it's really weird watching yourself on TV as you're filming at the same time. This is really weird. And then the Panda Pigeon. So, funny story about this one. I've actually got, I'll call it 1.5 pairs. I brought a pair of them and was finessed. And then the bloke did a ghost on me on Facebook. So, that'll be sent again. So, that's the pair that I brought was, it might be out here, I think. They were end up being Fufu. So they're by the front door, what I used to walk the dogs in. Those ones. So yeah, the colour difference in the black is too off. Everything else, you couldn't tell. And I had it in hand, and I'm just like, something didn't feel right. And then yeah, it is what it is, unfortunately. Travis.
Beautiful.
Still probably the best Travis Scott ever released.
Mm-hmm.
White Tiffs. Black Tiffs.
Damn.
And third, no, I haven't got the other
I was
Tiff.
going to say yellow.
The Puss Head 2.0s.
Oh, wow.
So beautiful pair. Need to find the 1.0s. Just can't find a good pair in my size. Pairs.
Oh man, I love that one.
Yeah.
Beautiful abstract art.
Yep.
white para. Nice, simple, everyday sneaker. I won't go too much further, but go down the bottom here. The Supremes in the gel swoosh. I don't know why they don't get any love. They're very nice. Then we'll go down the bottom. We've got Fast Times, the Brooklyn Projects Walk of Fame, and then the Joey Bates Doran Becker SB.
Nice.
So that's what I've got on me little hype wall. There's a full another cabinet over there, but they're just GRs and whatnot. And then there's, like I said, up on those racks, I've still got a heap of like the tape era, the silver box era, the pink box era. I've still got to go through and bring them down.
Jesus.
That's amazing.
Man. I think I saw the mosquitoes back there too on the ground.
Yeah, they got dumped out of the mosquitoes are here. They got dumped out of the display box for the Bisons. So,
Oh. Right.
they're my favourite SB of all time. So,
Wow.
and then we got the Oompa Loompas.
Mm.
We'll go through this table. It's easy access. Got the Oompa Loompas, the Money Cats. Another great pair. I love the Money Cats. Supremes. Oh, Eric Costins, which we showed the other week.
Mm-hmm.
The
Such a comfort.
reverse ray gun.
Reverse.
Wow. You don't see that shoe very often.
No. Love this pair.
Clark Kent's, yeah.
Love Clark Kent's, man. They're one of my favourites. Verdes. And then the reverse. Not P. Are they P ones? No. Reese Forbes. Reverse Reese Forbes wheat.
Okay.
So that's the easy, accessible ones.
Oh man, oh man. Thank you for that. Tore down what I need to add to my eBay wish list and save searches now again.
I am.
Can you show us something you don't have?
I know.
Parched after that. I might have to have a bit of whiskey. Incredible.
Oh man. That's right. How are you?
Good, man. Good. Actually, just had a late freaking 106-page blueprint I had to scroll through. So that took up most of my afternoon, most of my day, and my vision, tolerance, and everything about else that I had in me. So after dinner, one beer did it for me. I was just a little exhausted, but a little cat nap helped.
I get it.
Yeah.
So I was telling Sneaker News about a pair that you recently got from overseas that you had gotten right before the cutoff when they like stopped shipping across country. Do you have that one nearby by chance?
Yeah. Give me a sec.
Salutes to everyone again, hopping through on a Tuesday night.
So
Yeah, beautiful. I saw you brought them out the other day. They're bloody nice.
this is freaking amazing. I mean, the camera doesn't do it justice because this actually looks yellow instead of, it's actually more of a gold color, but quality on it is amazing. And I mean, it kind of reminds me of the Phantom, only that I like this one better. The stitching and everything.
Yeah. That
It's like
contrast stitching looks really good on that.
the contrast stitching looks amazing on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yep. This is definitely one that's going to go on foot, but yellow's a little hard for me to pull off, but I'm going to have to figure it out. Actually,
Just-
wore my
Just do Black
Yeah.
Panther tee, and you'll be fine.
You know, I finally unds my Year of the Tiger this weekend, and my wife was like, "Yeah, that's too loud for me. I don't know how you could do that." I was like, "Well, I got to do it." You know? So that was a good one. That was I forgot how nice that one was with the clear sole at the bottom, you know, and that's definitely a nice shoe. So
Yeah.
broke that one out of the display case.
Do you guys do any of the clear protectors on the clear bottoms?
I don't know. In my opinion, I mean, to each their own. But in my opinion, I think it's a little cheesy. But you know, it's to each their own.
Yeah.
I'd be more afraid of just slipping and busting my ass if it's depending on how. Again, I've never used it, but I'm not too crazy about it.
Yeah. Soles are there to be walked on, man. It's like saving your missus for the next bloke. Just use it.
That's one way of putting it.
Oh man, that's pretty good.
I've got a question for you guys. Do you guys have not necessarily an SB and Air Max 1, but two separate sneakers, obviously mainly Nike because they normally branch over into other silhouettes, but two sneakers that represent each other? So they're like a pack, but without being a pack.
Pack without being a pack.
I'll show you what I mean.
Trying to make sure I understand the question correctly.
Oh no, so we've got the SB Safari and the Air Max 1 Safari.
Oh,
Oh,
So a pack without being a
I gotcha.
I don't think I have anything like that. I'm trying to think of maybe. Probably not at hand. I'd have to go dig in the vault, and the vault's about a mile away. Maybe not that far. I could actually walk there, but not. It's close by, but I'm trying to think. Oh well, yeah. I would be my Jackie Robinson Dunk and my Jackie Robinson Air Max.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah. I do have that. I do have those. So, where is the question? So, but I do have them. I think they're up in my attic because I didn't have room for them in my display.
Man,
Yeah,
now
I
I'm
do
the
have
only one that can't play along. Oh well, I can't.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that's where we're going at, right? Like so I have my Jackie Robinson Dunk, and I have my Jackie Robinson Air Max. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Do I have another?
You'd have the Safari Air Max 1s, the Tiffany coloured ones, wouldn't you?
No, I have a pair of. I did an Air Max by you that looks like them. My size, they're way too much. I wasn't paying $1,000 for that shoe.
I'm surprised you would. You got stumped there, area.
Yeah. I'm sure I did at one point, but my luck, I probably sold one half of it.
I just brought those. I just brought my Jackies from storage about a month ago, but I put them. I don't have room for them here in my closet or in my case, so I just kept them in a container in the attic for now.
Yeah. Salute, Eric. I need those Sport Blue 3s, man. I passed on them when they came out.
Sport Blue 3s.
They Jordan 3 Jumpman on the back, and it's like a dark blue with elephant print on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was one of the pairs that Sneaker News pulled out from underneath the counter when he cleaned out his garage. Oh man, yeah. No, I was.
What happened to Sneaker News?
I don't know.
I think
there he is. He might have lost connection. There he is.
No,
Eric,
some inconsiderate bastard decided they were trying to ring me.
Eric said he'd like to see Ray Gun Barkley's release again. That's a good shoe.
Great shoe.
Oh, of course. Of course, the guy with all SBs. Why wouldn't he have the Barkley?
right.
And I'm pretty sure my bottoms still glow a little bit too.
I don't know what I'm more surprised that you don't have, that it's you pulled something that wasn't an SB or that you have it.
2013 All-Star Weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Blunts and Sneakers, salutes. Appreciate you coming through tonight.
The box was something special too, with the newspaper article as the wrapping. Like that was pretty special. It was good.
Yeah.
Little touches like that they don't really do anymore.
I am still trying to get his.
You stuck. You know.
I gotta give up.
I don't have mine in hand, but that's probably the ones that I can get as close as I can get. And I'm trying to think what else.
I can try and make a connection. Would just be two random ugly Christmas sweater shoes. They didn't come out together, but they're both ugly Christmas sweaters.
We'll give you a pass at that one, bro.
Okay, thank you. I'm trying over here. South Jersey salutes.
South Jersey.
So Ghost Rider, anything else?
Oh, yeah, I did get something in. Actually, dropped ahead of schedule. So, got this, and inside we have. And you'll see that by it taking up the whole screen, it's not my shoe.
Hey, what the hell, man? So stretch.
So this is a size 13 that I was able to get for area through EA. And
Thank you, sir.
I really like this shoe. I'm, never been a fan of full, and I've said it more than once, but the 5s are my favorite silhouette of all time. I don't have a connection to this shoe, this particular color, but you know, the re-retro and such, getting some of the more, you know, the original colorways. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Rob the Beard salutes, saying, "What's up, fellas? Just rocking the baby to sleep."
So
Ghost Rider, you just made fat voices. Wow, for some reason now I need them.
well, I need to do something real quick. I need to check something out real quick.
Yeah, I forgot. Someone was on IG. Someone was saying they don't understand why all the old heads are so into this purple pair of fives that's coming out. And so one of the huge influencer old heads got on there and was like, "Listen, just leave them for us then, right?" Like it was.
So this is my metallic, my 10.5. You see, there's a slight size difference. I don't know. You know, I was joking with Aria that once I got this shoe in, this is the first time my wife was going to believe that the shoe wasn't for me. So, yeah. But this shoe right here, this is the only shoe I cared about getting this year. So, yeah.
Yeah, iconic, that black metallic.
Yeah, they did that really well.
I was still got the 2012 release, I think it was, with the Jumpman on the back.
2011.
2011. I'm actually looking at it right now, and it's looking very yellow.
Again, why wouldn't you have those too up there, up there in the rafters? Stretch said, "Just wear thick socks." Goes right there.
Right.
Yeah, getting very yellowed.
There you go. Oh,
So these
Yours look a bit nicer than mine.
well, hold on.
No, they don't.
Oh no, that's it's talking to me.
So this is the 2011 and this is the 2016.
Yeah.
So yeah, I actually had, like I said, had them in storage and freaking dry. I only wore these maybe twice, and I put them up in storage and regretted every bit of it. Someone offered me $500 for these, and
Really?
I said no. But before I knew this was going to happen to them, so yeah. So it's just for display purposes only.
Seems we're on black pairs. This is another pair that gets no love. The 2016 Black Cat
Yep.
gets no love. I love it.
How do you keep finding Jordans over there? I'm just curious. You just he's just like, you know what other pairs don't get love? These.
And this one,
Let's go for a walk over to this side of
he's
the
like,
shed.
I cut the grass in these.
I've got to move the 99 Mongoose Expert that I used to ride that I've still got.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, what else have we got over here? Oh. I love these. Absolutely love these. No love once again. The Pata 7s.
Yeah.
Oh, Jordan 2. I think these Jim Reds or something like that.
Yep.
Oh, what else is in here? Oh, more off-whites.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. I wish I got the Tokyo exclusives of these ones. These were nice when they came out.
Yeah, the denims.
Yeah, I like them. They're nice.
Yep.
One of the worst wearing 4s of all times.
Absolutely.
Oh, so painful on the foot. Oh, 72 and 10s. All right,
Oh, I love those 72 and 10s. I love those.
I've got a bloody gazebo in my way here in the wife's in the what were they, the obsidian whatever.
Yep.
Something like that. A pair that our man Candyman Kicks he gifted me. Oh,
Well, there you go.
something you don't see every day. What else we got in here? I don't know why I brought these, but I think they've just brought the breads back out, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that pair too.
Speaking of fives, beautiful.
Wow.
Yes. Well, there's some Jordans. I've still got some.
You know, and we thought all you had was SBs.
Oh, what's in here? Yeah. Shit everywhere. We got Reebok
Hey.
Halloween,
We got some pumps.
Yeezy Air Max 1s. Oh, shit everywhere. It's like a lost and found in here sometimes.
That's so awesome.
Sheesh. That's
Exactly.
nuts.
The sneaker news Australia have. Exactly.
What's that?
He said, exactly what else do you have?
We go for a walk into the walk-in road, why don't we? See what's in there.
Oh.
I haven't been in here for a while for Stews.
Eric asked the question. He said, is there an AU exclusive sneaker in your collection that we may not usually see here in the US?
So it's not necessarily an exclusive. It's the Fast Times, which is a boutique store here in Australia. But like I said earlier, I've got the Golden Rail SB coming out, and that's a Melbourne, like it was made for Melbourne. So the Golden Rail is an iconic skate spot at the front of Flinders Street Station in Australia, and that was what it was made for.
Okay.
What do we got in here? Oh, look, more Jordans. I don't think there's much in here, actually, which is my wife will be happy about because she gets half of her walk-in road back. But I can't show you much in here. That's all gone. It's crazy some of the stash spots we have so that our wives don't see. Oh, no, I'll clean them out. No, it's all the Jordans done.
Now, other than sneakers, do you collect anything else?
Not really. I've got a few old Pokemon cards. Oh, shit's falling over everywhere.
Sorry.
Oh, you're all right.
Was the first edition Charizard.
Yeah.
It's a little
What
something.
is this? 93. I got the full collection of 93 NBA hoops. I got the full collection of that. Some Slam magazines from the 90s. A heap of Pokemon cards, slabs Pokemon cards, first editions and shit in there. Like just random shit, like the original cassette of Friday on VHS. Like just the 1985 release of the Nintendo Game Boy.
That's cool.
That was,
The 1985 release. Pretty sure it was the 85 release, or was this the re-release? No, I'm pretty sure it's the 85 release. Raphael, Ninja Turtles.
Very cool.
And a couple of 19. So I've got these are old and they're done, but the 2003 or 2005 Marvel Bapesters. The first release, the Hulk. And I've got to go with it some 1960s Hulk comics. So Hulk and the Silver Surfer. Hulk and Aquaman, I think it was, or some shit. I don't know. I'm not really into comics that much.
You're making so many more friends in the chat right now.
Yeah, just random shit. I got a signed Travis Scott Astro World vinyl. I don't know why he signs it like that. It's weird as fuck. An infrared Jordan 6. That's a baby size that fell apart. Don't use baby shoes as rear view mirror ornaments because that's what happens to them. And a re-release of the letter from the NBA to Michael Jordan with the $5,000 per game fine.
Oh, no.
I got a few things.
Thank you. That
was definitely a trip.
That was
And
really
I missed and I jumped off it halfway through it, maybe, or third way through.
So how long have you had those Bapes long? The Marvels?
Since they were released, man.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So I've gotten rid of my collection probably 3 times over. It's one of the pairs that have just stayed with me.
Wow.
That's really cool. Big Money Sonny said he just watched Jay the Sneaker Guy video showcasing the new Aqua 8s, and I stand on what I said. They look super dusty.
Yeah. Facts, man. There was a pair. I don't know if you guys have this app over there. It's called Depop or Depopper or something like that.
Depop,
yeah, there was a bloke over here selling a pair of Aqua 8s. When they come out, 90, 96, 95?
93.
93, Jesus. But he was selling a pair OG, no separation. You could tell that they were legit. And they still looked better than the new ones coming out.
See, that was the first Jordan I bought with my own money.
The Aqua 8s.
Yeah. Yeah. And I still won't forget that I let my brother borrow them, and he ended up cutting the yard in them. My older brother.
Man, we've all got horror stories like that. I had a pair of the Reese Forbes denim lows that are now going for around about the $8,000 mark. And back then, sneakers were just sneakers. Like, we didn't care. And they were a size too small for me. So I gave them to a friend that was from a less fortunate family, and he wore them every single day that he could, wore the soles off them. And then I look back and see how much they're worth. I'm like, oh, did I do the right thing?
Salute G-Face. Oh, yeah. So this is the 2015 release.
Yeah, it's still nice.
With the glitter and the midsole, and yeah. I saw pictures too, and not a fan of that new one coming out.
I haven't seen anything on it. What's the different, or what are the complaints?
Appreciate that, Big Money Sonny. Yeah, I think this is one of the better re-releases of the 8.
I kind of regret getting rid of the playoff 8 that just released, but I liked it. I just didn't have any attachment to it, So the Aqua, I'd say, even if it does look kind of shitty, and then again, I haven't seen it myself, I probably still might get it, considering it has some sentimental value for me.
G-Face said glitter. Oh no, that's what stopped me. No glitter, and that gray is lighter. And Eric did say first Jordan that he bought with his own money was the Fire Red Black Tongue 5s and 14. Then you were going to be very happy later this year when they release. Yeah, that's another one. Like I said earlier,
images look good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that grape nearly made me buy my first Jordan in 2 years. Very close to pulling the trigger.
And they were sitting too. I went to the Nike store this weekend and they were sitting at the counter. I didn't ask for a size, but they showed, they still had, if they're out on the counters, because they still have them, just go up there and ask for them. Even this morning, there was still my size available on JD. Up until this afternoon.
He said they're sitting over there in stores.
Yeah, over here. Yeah, on sites over here, full size runs. And that's, as I was saying earlier, like people have been going absolutely nuts for them. Everyone wants them left, right, and center, but there's just still stock.
Well,
I think there's just so much too coming out where you're just like, well, this week for me it was trying to get grapes and trying to hit on Kobe's today. Is this shoe coming out? Like everything's just is one after another after another after another.
So my neighbor
I
hit
think
on
a
the
lot of it's
Kobe's.
got to do with, unless you're like your diehards, like what we guys are with buying, like we'll buy regardless. People aren't wanting to spend the money they were 3 years ago.
Right.
There's just a lot of uncertainty in the world at the moment. Over here, we just had our national election for our prime minister a few months back, and like I own my own fencing business, and it was so hard just to get jobs because nobody was wanting to spend money because they didn't know what was happening with the world. And now everything that's happening overseas with in the Middle East, people are scared that fuel prices are going to go through the roof because of the price of oil is just going to be extravagant.
Right.
So, because we, stupid enough, us as Australians, we're fucking retarded over here, but we have enough oil in Australia to have enough supply for 2.2 on top of what we use per year, if that makes sense. So 2.2 times of what we use per year, we can produce our own. But we produce our own oil, sell it off, and then buy it back from Taiwan. We have our own refineries here. We refine our own oil. It just doesn't make sense.
Wow.
You just brought Mad Max Road Warrior to my mind.
I already said, man, as soon as this world goes to shit, I'm buying a Jeep and putting spikes in front of it.
Ghost Rider and I are one step ahead of you with big ass trucks.
I know we've got some big shit over here. Don't you worry about that. I'll ride my kangaroo into battle if I have to.
There you go.
Oh yeah, the last of the V8
Interceptor.
Interceptors right here.
Yep.
Ford Falcon.
So, funnily enough, the Interceptor we all know from the first two movies. That movie was filmed 30 kilometers. What would that be? About 20 miles from my place, from where I
Really?
live. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's really cool.
So the scene right at the near end of the first movie where the bloke comes off the bike, where he shoots him on the corner of the road.
Mm-hmm.
I drive that road every day.
Wow.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's one of my all-time favorite movies. Mad Max, Road Warrior.
Yeah, very good movie.
I could watch that over and over and over and over and over again. Yeah.
The shoe that I really wanted as a kid was a Cool Gray 4. Got them when they were first retro, but mad it didn't double up.
Yeah, they're a nice shoe, man.
Yep.
They're a nice shoe.
Well, again, appreciate everyone hanging out tonight on a Tuesday, or depending on where you are, Wednesday about lunchtime, maybe noon, right?
I'll have a look in a second. It is 1:38 in the afternoon.
There you go. Okay,
Jeez.
1:38. So
These
you
were
are.
the
I remember
NBA
now.
hoops cards I
Hours
was
ahead.
telling you about the 03s. So that's a
Oh.
full collector's pack of the 03 NBA hoops. And who's on the front? No other than my man Luke Longley.
Nice. Bulldog salutes.
Yeah,
Old
so
dog.
good.
Fat Boy said, "Bro's on the other side of the world."
Damn straight, down the bottom. No, we're real southern down here, man. You got some southern states there. We're real southern.
Oh man.
So where in Australia do you stay again?
So the easiest way to describe it is Melbourne. So I'm 30 minutes southwest of Melbourne.
Okay. Yeah, because I was asking my sister, her boss, and he's from Perth.
Perth, yeah, that's the other side. That's the western coast.
Okay. Yeah, he has a animal sanctuary rescue out there that he was telling us about. So that's basically on the other side. That's East Coast, West Coast, something like that. Or
Yeah, so they're
pretty much.
3 hours time zone behind us here.
Wow. Yeah. Pretty much.
Eric said Melbourne in the building. Fat Boy said, "I live in Melbourne too, Melbourne, Florida." Big money sign with the donation. Appreciate it. He said, "I turned 50 in May, and somebody told me I'm too old to rock Jordans. Obviously, I don't care, but I'm curious on your thoughts on that statement."
Bro, if people can
like?
rock New Balances at the age of 20, you can rock Jordans at the age of 50.
1000%.
I just turned 49 in May, so he's got a year on me. And I say, fuck it.
Yep.
Do what makes you happy.
100%.
I do have quite a few Vomeros, though, because I do need those for the daily.
Mr. Sheridan salutes.
Mr. Sheridan.
G-Face
Nice
says the same
today.
thing. Wear what you like. But yeah, absolutely. Everyone's saying rock those J's. Sonny, respectfully, I couldn't see you in anything but something cool like a Jordan or an SB or something. You don't take me as a Vomero. You don't take me as a no.
What's the cap limit on swearing on this app? We're all good?
Yeah, I don't care.
All right, Sonny, now, you Americans, you don't like this word, but I'm going to use it. Sonny, opinions are like clits. Every cunt has one, all right? So don't listen to what anyone else has to say, bro.
Have a good night, everyone. No, oh man. All right. Yep. Sonny approved of that comment. He said, "Mic drop on that."
Too many people care about other people's what they're wearing and what's on feet, man. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Or they judge you.
You do you, boo-boo. You do you.
You know.
You know, like I said, I wore probably the loudest shoe I've worn out in a while was the Tiger, my year of the Tiger this weekend. But man, I still have the Cowboys to wear. The rodeo shoot, my abstract art were a little out there, but you know, that shoe is amazing. I love that shoe. I'm trying to think of something else that is a little out there, a little too out there for that my wife would consider a little too out there. But I don't think I have anything too crazy.
I had the Chinese New Year Air Max 1s, the pink ones, the patent leather pink, man. And they were out there, and I would rock the hell out of them. I loved them. I'm just going through these cards, man. There's so many little gems in here. From
Eric said that pigeon hat is fire, by the way.
I've got a red one on the way too. The exact same with red. I love the little detail of the pigeon shit on the back. So many people have tapped me on the shoulder. Oh, bro, you've got poo on your hat. No, I don't.
Salutes to G-Face, member for 3 months. I had a Henny SB on, but my shirt got more love. Mr. Old School. I be like smoking Friday. I don't give a fuck.
Don't give a fuck. Yeah, just going through that little pack of cards that I got there from 93. Moses Malone. There's a name not many people will remember. Here's a name everyone remembers. Magic Johnson. That's great. Yeah, Luke, like we said before. Isaiah Thomas. The 92 USA basketball team, Patrick Ewing. Dominic Wilkins. Sean Kemp. Now, you can't tell me that Jordan did not play in the best fucking era of all time.
Of course.
Nearly every one of them were different teams, and they were all massive names.
Stretch, he said, imagine having a nickname like Magic Johnson, though.
Yeah.
That's what got him into trouble.
Yeah, he waved that wand a little too much.
Oh, shit. Oh, another good Australian. Steve Kerr.
Nice.
I wish.
G-Face, he's the longest living human with AIDS. Ain't no way. Oh, cool. Hey,
I almost read that backwards. He's the human with the longest what?
Oh man. Chris said you can have Ben Simmons back.
No. That reminds me of the Chappelle show when they were doing the culture draft or whatever it was, and no one wanted Tiger Woods.
G-Face says I'm gonna keep it PG. No, go ahead.
No, feel free.
I think I took it well past there.
This is area after hours, buddy. You just let it go. Let her go. This video ain't monetized. By all means, enjoy. You go stretch the race draft.
Area after dark.
All right, South Jersey says area. Jay Sneaker Ops, what upcoming shoes are you looking forward to, and what would you like to see more of that you haven't saw come out?
So, like I said earlier, I like those plaid SBs that are coming out.
Those are pretty cool, I think.
They're nice.
What are they called? I'd be lying if I tell you that I knew who the guy was, but I think the shoe's pretty cool.
I've seen his face, but I don't know who he is.
Nardwards.
Nardwards.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I like them. I like the concept of them. They look really cool.
I do like the Krampus. I've seen those.
Yeah,
they're coming up towards the holiday. SB, that's a good looking shoe.
Yep. There's probably one of the SB Supreme that are coming out. I like. The rest of them are just Been there, done that.
Stretch said undefeated fours. For me and for Stuntman, I know it's Tokyo Fives. Would be
That's
one.
definitely one I'd want to try to acquire. But I'm looking look forward to the Chicago one low. I mean, I love the lows, and that's one of the ones that I'd love to have in the collection.
Ramin brought up a good point. He said the Supreme SBs are too lazy, but he's still gonna get them.
100%. 100%. The only one that I like out of it's the purple one. And then I'm like, do I actually need it because of the Haleys?
The Haleys.
G-Face said the Travis Lowe frags. Bulldog said Sneaker News Oz will now be known as the Wizard of Oz. Big Money Sunny said, what about those Soulfly 3s area? Are they still dropping at the end of the year? I don't know. I haven't heard much about them. There was like a little teaser about those, and then I haven't seen anything.
No.
Oh.
I love Jordan 1 lows, so I'm pretty much going for the one that I really, really wanted. I have in hand now. So if I'm lucky enough to get the fragment, I'm going to see if I can use like an olive. I've got an extra olive. I can see if I can do a trade for it or something.
G-Face said December will probably be the drop when Soulfly does, and it's beautiful. And then Stretch told you that he'll trade Ben Simmons for Matt Dellavedova.
Mate, you can have Dellavedova. That's fine. He's cooked. So he played in our NBL league over here, which it's NBA 2, basically. And he got towed up. So one of my good mates is Mitch Creek. He played 3 10-game contracts for a couple of teams in the NBA. And Dellavedova came over here and was thinking he was it in a bit. And Creaky just rejected the fucking shit out of him and stood over the top and flexed. So, yeah, you can have him. You can have him.
All right. So Eric threw up his list. He said undefeated fours, Black Cat fours, Gamma 11s, Chicago 1 lows, El Grito 3s, Kobe 6s, and the Jalen Brunson PEs.
Forgot about the Gamma 11s. Yeah,
that's a good list, man. That's a good list.
Oh shit!
Bulldog, yeah. Nigel Sylvester's
Fire Red,
the 1 lows,
4s. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Nigel's coming out. Doesn't he come out Jordan 1 low?
Yeah, that's the one. No, I forgot about that one.
The black one. Yeah,
I would rather have that one than the Travis.
Yeah.
The Nigel 1 low instead of the Travis.
Because I don't have Brick by Bricks, but I still this shoe is still my favorite Nigel. The short one is sick.
Just that little swoosh on the front makes a huge difference.
100%. Everyone loves a little swoosh.
I need to get rid of some of mine too.
Them Red Infinite Archive 17s are pretty sick too. I haven't seen those. Look that up.
Right, I'll take my hat off to you because not many people say anything over a 14 when it comes to Jordan. So that's cool.
No,
I couldn't even tell you what the 15 looks like. The 16. I mean, the 17 just because, you know, it's been around this past year that they brought out a few colorways.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm looking at some of these things and I'm like, what the fuck are they?
I think because I just saw a couple people share some 17s in my feed on Instagram. I think they teased with a retro in the blue, PE color, a purple, and I think it was a red. They kind of tease with these pictures, so I'm thinking that might be what he's talking about. I could be wrong, but I think that's what. Jerry said it's a collab, Infinite Archive collab. Nice. for the 17s. He said the Fire Red Nigels are going to be awesome. I feel those are better, to be honest, because you can actually wear them more often. Only downside is they'll get dirty really quick.
Yeah. What is the? I might be ignorant on the fact, but what is the hype around those brick by brick fours?
Honestly, I mean, there's crazier stuff that's come out, or I mean, it's just the color. Is it the colorway? It's just all
It's
one
just
color.
a terracotta four. Is it really nice material? I haven't seen a pair in hand yet because I'm just not that interested.
It is very nice in hand. It is very nice in hand. I just don't know if I could pull it. You know, it's one of those shoes that you don't know if you could. You know,
Stretch says because they misspelled Nike on the back.
Yeah, that's that there too. It's a very nice shoe. I mean, the packaging it's very nice and
No, Mo, I did not.
What was that?
Oh no, Mo asked if I got the Kobe Air Force One. I did not. I did not.
My
That's
neighbor
okay.
actually hit on those Kobe's today.
If you saw the first part of tonight's video, I got plenty of pairs I could trade in yesterday, so I should be able to acquire some Kobe's, because everything except for the Born and Raised, I'm willing to part ways with, that showed up this week. So let's see. Jersey said the material is nice for sure, similar to the Kobe Girl Down material, but I don't see the correlation to BMX. And the shoe isn't really a BMX shoe neither, unlike the Jordan 4 remastered. But even the box is a brick texture. And then Mike Swiss says pretty much one of the only all red Jordan 4s, plus it says it's a bike air. Yeah, I mean, I had people tell me that to them it was almost kind of like a PE, you know. So they kind of looked at it as far as the quality and the way that the shoe looked. I don't have them. It's another shoe, like I said, if I find but I saw a guy today in one of my Facebook groups. He's got a VNDS pair size 13 and he wants like $650. I'm like, what is wrong with you? No. I go, stop. There's plenty of other shoes I'd like for $650. You know, like that's how I weigh that stuff. Like I'm just like, no, for $650 I can get way cooler shit than a used pair of Nigel 4s. Bulldog said pretty much the BMX culture mashed with a Jordan.
See, I don't get the BMX culture with shoes these days. Back when I used to ride, it was like Etnies and Globe, or Pro B.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's why too. Like that's why I like that Nigel 1, because the way that he did it with the tears, and you know, he's purposely designed it to where like the swoosh is missing because that's where it gets caught on the brakes and where it gets worn off and stuff like that. But like, so that I think is cool. It's not true to say, yeah, you basically wore skate shoes when you BMX. Yep.
100%, man. 100%.
Well, there we go. Rami threw up a good deal. He said he got size 13. Let's trade in the Mama Bears, even Steven. Perfect. See, I can get my Air Force Ones. Win-win.
I'd rather keep the Mama Bears.
I will say this: I do like my Jordan 4 RM bike Nigel more than the brick by brick.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, call me crazy. I mean, but I do like it better than the brick by brick.
Have you worn both?
I haven't actually worn them. I've put them on. I've put them on feet and stuff. The only problem is the RM does run a little small. It runs a little. So it runs a little tight on me. But the brick by brick fits. It's probably one of my it's more comfortable Jordan 4s that I have. I don't care for Jordan 4s all that much, just certain ones. But I can't wear my pair of 19 breads. I can't wear my fire reds. The reimagined 4 bread fits like a freaking boot on me, and the SB4s, man, they freaking almost add an inch to me in height, and they feel like a freaking a block of cement on my feet, man. But that was just my initial try on, because I was putting some navy laces on them. I was going to try some new stuff. I didn't actually wear them. I didn't get a chance to lace them up and wear them, but I was just in that moment, you know, I got caught up in that, and I was like, yeah, not feeling them.
I won't forget. I got Nike Head was up here, and he showed the green pair, and he said this is the most overhyped Nike SB ever. And then Joe Dizzle had on his navy pair, and he's like, this shoe is trash. You know, I think, yeah, I've worn my green, I think twice. I undressed them for my son's birthday, like a year and when they first came out, almost 2 years ago. But other than that, I think I've worn them one other time since then.
Yeah, so I don't have the green pair. Oh, you're talking about the SB. On the Nigel, on the RM, I don't have the green pair. I have the gray pair.
Mr. Old School brought up a good point. Eric Costin 95 SBs are going to be a problem. It is a good looking shoe. I love the look of 95s. I also had a conversation with my feet because they hate the feel of 95s, because I have the staff 95s and I could barely survive a few hours on them. It reminded me almost of walking on when you had up the Vapor Max earlier. Like I can feel, like my feet can just feel like every ridge. It sucks. Old feet, man. Old feet.
Older feet right here.
The 4 Reimagine feels more like an SB low version of the 4s, more padding in the sock liner. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
See how it's hard for me. A lot of those shoes where it is tight on a 13, there's no 13 and a half, so I got to go to 14, in which case 9 out of 10 times is going to be too big.
Yeah.
Old feet got heat. Yes, the icy hot we have to put on them at the end of the day.
Our feet are burning at the end of the day. They fucking hurt.
Yeah, I was literally on my feet on like I said. I've switched to Vomeros for my daily every day. I've already worn out 2 pairs, and I was on my feet all freaking day today. And I prefer to work standing up because I stay alert. So this desk is adjustable. I have 2 desks here in my office, and so they're height adjustable. So I stay standing up all day. It's just when I get on stream with you guys that I actually sit down, and it kills me to sit down for this long. Just my back and stuff. I mean, it sucks getting old. It sucks getting old.
You need to stand. We don't mind.
Yeah.
We don't judge here. You can stand, you can sit Indian style, you could fucking be on a bar stool, whatever you want to do.
I would rather be at my bar right now. I'd be streaming from there, but I'd have to take my
right there. My facts right there. If the green SBs weren't an SB, nobody would want them.
The green SBs 4s weren't.
I'll go one better in saying I'm an SB collector and I don't want them.
There you go.
You know, I do kind of regret. I did some trades for my first pair of the blue, and then I hit on sneakers, so I've got 2 pairs. But without even trying them on first, I'm like, I got to give them one. I'm going to give them one more try. I'm going to give them one more try, and see how I like them.
So, I prefer the green over the blue. To me, the green was just a different color, right? So it's little different on the 4. But the blue, for what it is, I mean, I'd rather have an OG, the military 4 blue, and have the OG, which is actually priced better because they're going for at or below retail in the military, which is still crazy. An OG 4 colorway is going for under retail, but that's where we're at. But yeah, I mean, to me, the blue didn't do a whole lot for me. The green was cool just because it was a different color. If they release them in like this OG colorway, that's gonna be interesting. I'm not even 30 and can't even sleep on my shoulders, or I'll wake up like the Tin Man, barely able to move.
Man, and there was a point where I had to roll out of bed as opposed to, and I'd like to say that I used to skateboard, but it didn't last very long because I busted my ass and I never went back. But I'm still suffering from that injury. Actually fractured like 2 vertebrae, lower vertebrae. That's how bad it was. I mean, it was bad. I was in physical therapy for years after. And that's just stuff that never goes away.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then just getting old in general, man. Sucks.
Yeah, I'm hearing you, man. I'm hearing you. I turned 40 this year, and to a lot of people that's not old, but when you've done nothing but hard labouring work most of your adult life, you start feeling it. And we're in the middle of winter now, and I feel every bloody morning when I wake up. And I showed that BMX, that Mongoose that I had from 1999, and I decided to put new tubes in the tyres, and I went and took that for a ride last year up to the skate park, and I don't think it'll be coming out again because it didn't last long. the knees and the hips did not like it.
No. Same-ish used to happen to me back in the day. You got to try to stretch and work out. The more exercise those shoulders get. Yeah, that's true. Just sucks. It sucks.
Because up here, we're still 18.
Yeah.
Just the rest of the body doesn't follow.
Well, if you ask my wife, I'm like 2 years old up here still. So
I think all our wives say the same thing, mate.
Yeah, it's fun, but you got to do something to stay sane. And me, like I've worked from home since 2009, and when the pandemic hit, it was like, what is everybody complaining about? Everybody's stuck inside. Shit, I don't even like going outside anymore.
That was probably, like, for a lot of people, the pandemic was a huge thing, but for me, it was the best time because in my trade, I was an essential worker, so the roads were just empty, and I could just get around everywhere so quick. It was great.
It was so much fun for me because my wife still gives me shit about it because I'm just short of being a recluse, stuck over here inside, pissing in milk jugs or whatever because I didn't want to go downstairs like freaking Howard Hughes, but it got to the point where I just didn't want to go anywhere. But then when the pandemic hit, I wanted to be outside. I wanted to be at the stores. I wanted to go look for shit.
It was the point that you were told that you can't. It's like, motherfucker, I can.
Yes, I can.
Tell me I can't. I've been inside since 2009. Let me out.
Exactly. We used to all our neighbors. We were always close with our neighbors. We call ourselves the Four Corners with our neighbors. So we would go outside. We pull our grills up to the front yard. We have little cook-offs, and we play bingo from the corners, with the mic, and it was just fun times, man. It was cool. It was fun, and I didn't end up getting COVID until like after everything had happened. I was like, they told me, you have COVID. I have what? It's like, you have COVID. I was like, I do. It's just okay. I'll take your word for it. But it's just ridiculous.
Bro, the first time I've had it, I got it twice, and the first time I got it, it was the weirdest thing. So I lost my taste,
Yep,
and I lost
same
my
here.
taste for like a month after I recovered, and then I got this thing called viral enhanced alopecia, where I had big round patches in my beard would just fall out, and they were like quarter size patches. That
It's
was all
funny you should say that. It's funny you should say that because that's one of the side effects.
Yeah. And I said that to a friend of mine. They're like, that's not a thing. I'm like, no, it's a thing.
No, it
It's a
is.
thing.
It is.
Yeah.
I know firsthand that is a thing.
Yeah. Now it's grown back. I've got grey hair where it's grown back. So great, thank you.
So when I first got it, man, it felt like they were breaking my bones, man. When I first got it, it was hard. It was tough, but I didn't know that's what it was, and just
It was a weird time, wasn't it? Like when it first hit and we first got it onto your shores, would have been the same on our shores. We'd go to the supermarket and you'd see someone walk down the other end of the aisle and you stop and let them go down the aisle first because you didn't want to walk past someone, thinking that everyone was infected like it was a zombie plague.
shit. No, I was looking forward to the zombie apocalypse, man.
Getting those jeeps, getting the Mad Max scenario happening.
Hell yeah, man. Shit. I stocked up on ammo. Shit, I've got more. No, you can never have enough ammo. But I was out there. That's how bad it was. That there was no ammunition in the stores, or it's Academy. People would line up at 3-4 in the morning to go buy ammo, and I was one of them. So just crazy time. Now you go to you take everything for granted, for what, shit, toilet paper. What the hell, man? Seriously, man, what the hell was that about?
He's got.
I know people that have still got stockpiles from fucking 2020. That's crazy. But see, we're a little bit unfortunate over here. We got some of the strictest gun laws in the world, so we didn't have to worry about ammo. But my little friend here would have come in handy. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Now Jersey says camping for ammo. He remembers that during COVID.
Camping for ammo. It's crazy.
Yeah, the bloody hoops we've got to jump through here just to get a shotgun license it's ridiculous.
Well, you can buy one at 7-Eleven over here.
I understand. I understand why we went the route we did, just because we had one of the worst massacres in the face of the earth. But fuck, it was overkill.
Stretch said, "I'm still pissed that the Green Cottonelle was discontinued after COVID." And then Peter Money sent damn buying ammo at 7-Eleven.
Shit. Yeah, I'll take a Slurpee and a Mossberg, please.
He's in Texas.
You can't get more American than that.
He's in Texas. It's right next to the beef jerky.
It just sounds like freedom right there.
Man, that was one of my faces was guns, man. I got flagged by the ATF for so I bought more than a few within a 2-week span. I bought like maybe 5 or 6, and they didn't not let me buy it, but they had to check twice. They took a little bit longer, getting the paperwork back. But that was a different. I got so many.
2 blocks down the street from him, you can rent a tank.
I just read that.
See, now
he's not
that's
lying.
his freedom right there. That's his freedom right there.
What is it, America? Fuck yeah.
If the tank's horn isn't a screeching bald eagle, I don't know what it would be then.
Oh man.
Geez. Yeah. Texas is a different beast, man. But it's rather have and not need than need and not have.
Mhm.
That's what I say to my wife.
That kind of went over for a second there.
I'd rather have you and not need you, darling.
Oh, jeez. Nah, but during that time, there was so many. I know there's crazy people out there, but I just didn't know how crazy. People with actual measuring tapes flipping out, and I'm like,
Sonny just said, do you ever guys do consignment? He did, and the owner kept all his kicks after his store shut down during COVID. The $10,000 lesson.
Sheesh.
Yeah, we had a consignment store here in Melbourne called Lido, and they did basically the same thing. They took in so many people's shoes and had no money to buy them or give them the money or whatever. He claimed bankruptcy, and yeah, everyone got shafted. I think he was in the hole for 55 to 60,000.
Mm.
Yeah, consignment's definitely dead. You can't run a consignment store. It's not plausible.
So I mean, what happened to all the shoes, or just they sold them and didn't give them their money, or okay?
I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Sold and didn't give money because he was overdue with rent with the building and all that sort of stuff.
Probably trying to pay bills and overhead and stuff.
Yeah. And that's the thing. They try and get brick and mortar stores for these consignment places in big known like shopping malls or things like that, where the rent is extravagant. Like it's just it's not plausible.
Yeah. That bubble from 3 years ago was bound to burst.
Yeah.
That whole scene, though, man, it got a little too crazy. With there was a freaking store on every corner. I don't see. I was at the mall this weekend, and I went to this one mall that had two resale stores. Every one of their freaking shoes on the shelf was saran wrapped. I'm like, how do you stay in business? I mean, it's gotten a lot easier compared to what it was obviously a few years back to get stuff. But I've got my shoe plug here that I would rather go to than those places. I do have one shop that I trust that has helped me out, that I go to often, do trades and sell or buy stuff from if I'm really looking for something or I need it in a rush. But some of these places, their prices are ridiculous, man. they're still wanting it. Pandas, they still want $200-300 for them sitting on the shelf. We can go get them for $60 now, $50, $60.
Yeah, they're on reduced. That's crazy. How fucked were we with pandas? Come on. What the hell? What the hell was the go there?
I don't know, but I mean, everybody jumped on it. I jumped on it. The only pair I ever paid resale for was my wife's pair, which I paid like $140. But they were trying to sell me a pair of my size for like $350, and it was crazy.
What price does a standard dunk go for over in the States, just off the shelf?
Right now they're sitting at about 110, maybe 110 for a regular dunk. When they used to be 90 and 100.
Yeah. So obviously the dollar exchange rate's a little different, but so ours are about 160, so not too much difference.
Yeah, big money sign. So 110.
Yeah. But,
160 for standards, and then SBs are between 180 190.
Are the Haleys still sitting over there?
Small sizes. Everything else is pretty much gone. Fast Times has got a couple of like 11s and 11, 12, 13s. I think there might be a 14 on that list, but the small sizes there are gone. But yeah, there's a few drips and draps.
Yeah, my wife wore her pair this weekend. Yeah, I put the blue laces on them for her.
Jersey asks, what's the weirdest shoe you guys have seen that you were surprised it did very well? I'll tell you right now, freaking Black Cat 4s. What a stupid shoe to be worth like $700.
And why? I mean,
respectfully, unless you love that shoe, I appreciate it. But like, that shoe, I didn't get it. I still don't get it.
surprises. I mean, what didn't do well during that time? As of right now, I mean, everything was money.
And Stretch called them the busboy 4s. Thank you. Right, yeah, exactly. They were at outlets, they were discounted, and then like you check and they're selling for like $600-700 in my size. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Dude? Like such a trash shoe.
It's funny when a celebrity puts them on Instagram and it just the want goes through the roof.
Yeah. So
I can tell you one that should be on the opposite end of that should be doing ridiculously well. It isn't, and that's the big money saving at SB from last year.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is one of my all-time favorite SBs. I mean, it's just I love that shoe.
Listen, there's a lot of shoes that could fall in that category. Honestly, that dropped, especially in the SB line, because you brought up the Safari earlier. This shoe,
Yeah,
The Olympic, yep, one of my favorites that dropped.
should have been, I mean, there's a bunch that have dropped that are like at retail, below retail. It's just crazy that
I feel if you look in years to come, that Olympic Safari is going to do some numbers.
Big Money, definitely one of the best GRs from last year. Yes, 100%.
yeah, that's a beautiful.
If there was a collaboration attached to that shoe, it would have been sold out instantly and through the roof.
The
I like
sneaker or the Biohack ones.
Biohack ones. I like the Why So Sad.
Yep.
That's a good one. The Why So Sad. What other one? The Crush.
Mm-hmm.
That one. Trying to think what else I have here.
Mm-hmm.
I've moved so much stuff around. I need to put some stuff up.
Just a few pairs that I think should be doing a lot better than what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I like those.
We spoke on them just before.
Yeah. I need to grab a pair of those.
Those are one of my favorites.
And this might be controversial, but I really like these, and I feel that they could have done a little better with them, but they still had the potential to do good numbers.
Oh,
Mhm. Paisley.
where is my pair?
Yeah. All right. Money asked, do you guys ever mess with Mismatch sneakers? Have you guys checked out the brand called Diziotic? Super clean and fire. I own a couple of their releases. I have heard of them. I don't own any of their releases though.
Got mismatches right here.
Oh, there we go.
So I actually cut mine. I haven't cut the other one because it's a pain in the ass, but eventually, I want to get another pair and do the reverse on it though.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just really nice.
Yeah, they are. They are. And I used to think that they were white, but they're actually like what's the color I'm going
Like a
for?
lavender?
Like a lavender, very
Lavender,
very
yeah,
light
like a
lavender.
lilac-y lavender, yeah.
Yeah.
I think too, if they would have done the outsole maybe a different color in the midsole, because the midsole and
Yeah.
outsole are one, I think that shoe might have done a little better. There you go. Bulldog said he has the Cheech and Chong. And I've seen, I think Influence might have the Cheech and Chong also. I know I've seen a couple people that have those. That's a really cool.
This is my favorite mismatch. You're the rat.
Yeah, nice.
These aren't the original laces, but that's the one thing I couldn't do. I couldn't do the mismatch laces. I wanted, something at least threaded, coordinate up top. So I think I'm going to switch these out for black wax laces.
Damn.
But
I had to look for that shoe.
But I had to get this one because my son's Year of the Rat, my daughter's I'm a dragon, so I'm trying to. That's one of the ones, and you and I have had this discussion before, Area, that Year of the Rabbit is not worth what it's going for.
Yeah.
That's the only one I'm missing so far from the ones that I've released.
Oh, let's see what I can do from this match.
All right, brothers, I'm going to have to head off anyway because my battery level is at 10%, so I don't want to just dive out of here. Been a pleasure as always. Era, you keep doing you. Focus down the back there.
Good seeing you again, man.
I'll catch you next time.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Take care, brother.
Take care.
The classics.
I need one of I need that pair.
And then the Sashiko fours.
I hadn't really paid much attention to those until you brought those out, Area.
Yeah. So I thought I had something else, but I
was either going to wear my Year of the Rat or my Tigers actually went out undies this weekend.
I forgot the City of Athletes. I need the LA pair, but the New York pair mismatch, which are cool. I think those are my
Nice.
mismatches.
I regret
Appreciate
passing
that.
on the Street Hawkers. I had an opportunity to get the Street Hawkers a while back, but I passed on them because I couldn't I couldn't really, I didn't, at that point, I didn't dig, I couldn't dig the, mismatch pairs, but it was a little, I thought, to me, that the Street Hawker was a little bit more wild than anything else I'd seen out there. So, but I do regret passing on them now. Just like that.
Oh, he said, we miss Hunter. Is there any update on the situation? I have personally not heard anything. So again, I'm just trying to do my best to keep his spot open on Tuesday. And it'll be here when he comes back. And, obviously we're all waiting for his return.
You sure?
So, but again, shout out Sneaker News Australia for that. And now I know, and now you all know, he's 13 hours ahead of us. Well, at least on the East Coast. So, Ghost Rider, he's 14 hours ahead of you. I thought it was crazy too because he said it's winter.
Yeah, no, it's exactly. They're in the middle of winter, and I've always
winter, and we were at 96 degrees outside today before the fucking humidity.
I was afraid to go out. I don't even. Did I go outside today? Shit, I don't even know if I did. I know it's hot because see, I have my office upstairs. I know it's hot because when the upstairs doesn't cool down, I know I could only imagine what it's like outside. It's like
AC's cranking, trying to keep it cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Applekick said he'd love it.
It was blazing.
Yeah, we've had rain, but it doesn't help cool anything off.
Not at all.
That boy can attest to that in Florida. It rains, it gets fucking hotter afterwards.
Yeah, no joke.
Doesn't cool anything off.
But it rains quite often in Florida, doesn't it? Like it's almost like on a
we're in that pattern right now. Where you wake up, it's sunny, right around about 1-2 o'clock until about 4. It's like a fucking hurricane, and then afterward, it's good. So you just kind of deal with it. You make your plans accordingly, and if you're at a theme park, you know when to go to the gift shops, when to go to lunch, and you deal with it because it's pretty normal. It's not normal when we get into hurricane season. So,
it's funny the way you say it's not normal for hurricane season, but it's normal to hear about hurricanes in Florida. But it's not. It's devastating. How it could. It's just crazy.
Oh yeah, no, I know. We're still dealing with last year's storm, and what we got going on with. We're in a lawsuit right now with our insurance on our house because of all that. We still have damage, and the next season's about to start, and we still don't have our roof fixed. And
big money.
You're the rescue for some bread, man. I ain't got too much for my leg. So
these are I had to reach back for all of these, man, and stuff that I really want. And then when I started,
Sonny, first of all. He was hanging out with damn Money Fresh, and Money only collects Jordan 1s, so that's his own fault. Because you can't hang out with Money and not think you're gonna end up with a couple of Jordan 1s in your watch list.
Well, see, and even before I met Money, that was my love. My Jordan 1 love.
Yeah, the year ofs for you too.
Yeah, exactly. Before, but now that mashup right there was good and bad, very good and very good, and yeah, it's look what I got. Well, look what I got. Look what I got.
Money Fresh, man.
love the guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But, and well, listen, I appreciate everyone again stopping through tonight. A little over 2 hours. And again, I went live 20 minutes before we decided to do anything because I got home from work late. I know you and I talked earlier that we were going to try and get together. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, I was running a little behind though, but glad Sneaker News showed up, and I missed a big portion of what he was showing off, but it's crazy stuff.
Yeah, his collection's no joke. Fat Boy Salutes, man. Have a good night. Appreciate you coming through. And shout out to him. He won one of the Insoli shirts, and he fucking wore it on Who Has the Heat while he was judging. So appreciate you, man, for supporting the channel over there.
Yeah. Well, how does he have a shirt before mine comes in? How does that work? And then he corrected me. That's the one thing that he won.
Yeah, he won it. So, he won the first drop in the raffle for free.
Yeah, so I felt like shit after I jumped on money, but no.
Bulldog said, have a good night. And he has an open spot for Friday if anybody wants to battle. So anyone in the chat, make sure you check out Bulldog's channel Friday night if anybody wants to hop in the battle. Tooth wants to battle. We need an opponent. Mr. Sheridan salutes. Restream.
Sheridan.
Appreciate it. Thank you. And Hunter, you catch the playback, brother. We miss you. Hope everything's well. Hope to see you back soon. Ghost Rider, thank you for
having me.
Of course, 28 right now in the chat. You guys have been strong all night. Shannon jumped in. Hi and good night. Hey, it's the thought that counts. You saw that we were on and you swung by. So hi and bye. Thank you, Shannon. And yeah, again, thank you everyone for coming through. Sneaker News again. And also, shout out if you missed the interview the other night with my friend Duffelbag Dan, who's one of Tuesday's closest friends from back in school and growing up, and talking about what was going on out there with Surgeon and UN and stuff. Definitely, give that a listen. First 45 minutes, he goes into some in-depth stuff. So he was answering questions in the chat, and definitely give him a follow and catch his podcast with him and the real Pistol Pete, and their podcast here on YouTube. So. Sneaker who said no 3 a.m. call-ups, Bulldog. Shannon's already up past her bedtime, but it's a Tuesday show. Appreciate it. She had to swing through like Spider-Man. And Shannon, we'll have to get you up here. Those that don't know, amazing sneaker collection, amazing collectible collection into comics, into Jordan memorabilia, funk, like this. Phenomenal. So, Shannon, we would love to have you join us one night if you'd like to share any of that amazing collection that you have. But again, a little over 2 hours tonight. Appreciate everybody coming through. And we will see everyone Friday night, I guess, over on Bulldog for a sneaker battle. Hopefully someone will step up and fight Tooth. Definitely reach out to Bulldog if you want to get involved with that. If not, we'll see you again on Saturday night. Also over here on my channel, we'll probably about 8 minutes before I decide to do it, we'll go live. We'll see who can go, because Saturday night's also Who Has the Heat, so I want to show them support as well. But I appreciate everybody coming through, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Again, have a good night.
Peace.